This is Valley News Live at 6.
We begin tonight with the continuing efforts to find a man Fargo police say is responsible for a triple shooting at a downtown bar over the weekend.
Police need your help finding 43-year-old Brandon Grant, who they say is armed and dangerous. Tonight, shocking new video shows the seconds before gunshots rang out at the Bismarck Tavern. Valley News Team's crime and safety reporter Bailey Hurley joins us now in the studio with this video and what police have to say about it. Bailey?
Mike, Andrea, the video was posted to our Facebook page, and it's one that's gone viral after it was originally shared on Snapchat. Now, take a look at your screen. You can see one man holds a chair in the air before it's taken away, while the rest of the group seems to be physically fighting with someone in the middle of the circle. We have muted this audio due to some profanity. Now, I told you yesterday, bartenders of the Bismarck said the fight broke out at the back of the bar near the pool tables. Fargo police have not released a motive behind the fight or the shooting. Now, what we see next in the video is who appears to be Brandon Grant emerge from the center of the fight circle and make his way out the back door. Bartenders tell me around 10 gunshots rang out just seconds after that video ended, leaving 3 victims behind with multiple bullet wounds. Fargo police say all 3 victims are still in the hospital, adding while their injuries are not life-threatening, they are serious. Fargo police told me earlier today their investigations unit is aware of this video and say they are still asking the public if you have any other photos or videos from that night to send it to them immediately. Andrea?
All right. Thank you, Bailey. Again, Fargo police say Grant is considered armed and dangerous. If you see him, don't approach him. Instead, call 911. If you have any information on this case, you can call in your tip 701-241-1407 or text the word Fargo PD to 847-411 with your tip.
Another man, this one on the run for weeks and considered to be at the time armed and dangerous, is in jail tonight. 21-year-old Oliver Ty is wanted for attempted murder, reckless endangerment, and aggravated assault in connection with a shooting at the Arbors apartment complex on January 24th. Ty was found last night in Fargo, where authorities took him into custody.
North Dakota U.S. Attorney Drew Wrigley is resigning from his position at the end of the month. In a brief letter to President Joe Biden, Wrigley resigned from his office effective February 28th. Wrigley is the 19th presidentially appointed U.S. Attorney in North Dakota history and has been serving since April of 2019. To read the entire letter, head to our website, valleynewslive.com.
The next several hours will be interesting throughout the Red River Valley. The amount of snow that you will be getting will vary depending on where you are. Let's begin our coverage tonight with Hutch Johnson. Hutch, who's going to be dealing with the bigger challenges?
Well, Mike, we're seeing that Devil's Lake Basin with reports already of between 3 and 7 inches of snow. Now, we still have some snow taking place there, but those have been the big winter locations across the area. Heading into the evening, we've had light snow here at times in the FM area, and Grand Forks seeing similar snow globe type snow falling down. First alert, weather day today. Take a look at the Devil's Lake Basin, covered roads and significant snow from our system that is starting to slowly run out of gas a little bit. Notice that the blues showing up in the Devil's Lake Basin lightening up a little bit as this system is drying up. Down near Ellendale, moderate to heavy rain in that area. And see the yellows and oranges? Remember last night we talked about a possibility for a rumble of thunder? Yeah, that's still possible. Lisbon, a shot of snow possible for you, as Harvey, reporting 3 inches, is going to get a little bit more. Now, the radar not too impressive in our neck of the woods, and that's partially because the Mayville radar is undergoing some improvements to it. So we have to rely on other radars. Winter weather advisory continues. Here's what I expect. Highway 200 corridor, Highway 2 and south, up to Interstate 94, 2 to 4 inches. Fargo, a trace to an inch or so is what you can expect. I'll have hour-by-hour details on when and where it moves through your neck of the woods here in a few moments.
Sounds good. Thanks so much.
A 6-year-old girl is dead following a snowmobile accident. It happened yesterday in Federal Dam, Minnesota. A 35-year-old woman and the girl were riding a snowmobile in their yard when the snowmobile hit a stump, launched down an embankment to Leech Lake and into a tree. The woman was taken to a hospital in Bemidji for treatment.
2 people are okay after the car they were in fell through the ice on Lake Traverse. It happened around late yesterday afternoon. Chad Schmidt was in his fish house when he heard something that made him look outside, and that's when he saw the vehicle sinking into the lake. He grabbed a tow strap and then pulled the victims out of the water. Peter Catalinas and Lloyd Nelson refused medical attention.
Minnesota Governor Tim Walz wants to make sure everyone has an equal opportunity at getting a COVID-19 vaccine. White House officials said today they're confident that the Johnson & Johnson vaccine will be approved by the end of next week, and they'll be able to add them to shipments. Governor Walz said there will be 20 million doses for the country by the end of March. He also said when the doses arrive, they need to make sure they're getting the vaccines to every community in the state, and announced partnerships with organizations that know how to get it done.
Weather-related delays have impacted efforts at Sanford to get vaccine as well. Staff continues to play catch-up after some appointments were pushed back as much as a week.
We're pretty much caught up in having received the vaccine that we expected, with just a little bit more expected to arrive later today or tomorrow, the Moderna vaccine.
Fargo-Cass Public Health and Essentia Health say that they did not see an impact. Meanwhile, Grand Forks Public Health Department says it expects delayed vaccine shipments to start arriving this week.
Jail facilities in North Dakota expect the first round of voluntary COVID-19 vaccinations to wrap up by week's end. The vaccinations are being conducted at the State Penitentiary in Bismarck and the Women's Facility at New England. More than 500 people currently being held have been infected with COVID-19.
Minnesota officials say more than 300,000 residents are using a new tool to help connect them to the COVID-19 vaccine. But some people are saying that the steps to sign up caught them off guard. The process includes questions about race, gender, identity, and even sexual orientation. Minneapolis resident Nadia Hoffman is hoping the vaccine will allow her to reunite with her parents in Thailand. But when she signed up for the state's Vaccine Connector program, she found herself perplexed.
Question itself is not really about my health. We have like 4 questions about race, about sexual orientations, about things that kind of make me question, why do they not need to know?
The Minnesota Department released a statement saying that we are gathering demographic data so that we can target vaccine messages to specific groups that have been traditionally underserved. Questions about race, gender, identity, and sexual orientation will help us track and measure our goals for equity and fairness. MDH lets you opt out of some questions. They also say that the data will be protected but can be seen by state and local health officials and anyone having to do with the vaccination process. The data collected cannot be sold under state law. People won't be prioritized based on their answers to personal questions.
The state of North Dakota is working to lower the rates of suicide with multiple grants for prevention efforts. This grant effort comes as the state reports that nearly 19% of North Dakota high school students say they seriously considered attempting suicide in 2019. The most recent data from 2018 also shows nearly a quarter of North Dakota college students have reported suicidal thoughts. The state says it plans to award up to 19 grants with a total of $750,000 available. Later on Valley News Live at 6, new information on when you might be seeing another stimulus check coming your way.
And snow accumulating in the Devil's Lake Basin is finally starting to drift south and eastward as forecast last night. Now we do have some slippery roads setting up, and tonight temperatures are going to dive, so even wet roads will become slippery like these near Binford. We'll have your hour-by-hour forecast on arrival and departure of flakes next.